perfect example as to why black people don't have and then they get on here and they complain about not having but then they have a mentality that keeps them from having I'm so sick of it.
Let me tell you something. This H-Mart situation is just confirming that although they try to loop in all people of color, black people and other people of color are socialized so differently. I am generally on black TikTok, okay? My For You page doesn't really go too far from that. But like 2 weeks ago, my friend had sent me a video and he was like, y'all, they beefing on Asian TikTok. So you know I'm nosy. I go do my investigative. Now, the video that he had sent me was this girl dragging the 3 big Asian content creators who had dragged the other girl for saying that she was side-eyeing the white folks in H-Mart. In the video that I saw, Shorty was just like, y'all cannot want white acceptance this bad. Like, why are y'all being rude to her? It's just crazy. I'm scrolling through the comments and a black woman comments and says, this is so crazy because as a black person, you never have to explain to me why you'd side-eye a white person. And oh my God, I hit that like button so fast because I said yes.
What's so funny about these conversations is that these will be the same people that are up in arms when white people say the very same thing about us. Oh, I side-eye the black people. Oh, when I see a black person coming, I clutch my purse. You cannot stand on a moral high ground and then participate in the same damn behavior. If you guys do not like when white people say, well, I look at all black people this way. When I see a black person do this, then I know this. Like, if you guys do not like being stereotyped, then maybe you shouldn't engage in those very same stereotypes against other people. The moment you engage in this, it is free effing game, okay? You can no longer clutch your pearls when white people say these very same sentiments about black people. Oh, I side-eye black people when I see them. Oh, I'm a little bit on guard when I see a black person. You can't be mad when they say that when you say things like this. What's crazy is that folks will have takes like this, and I don't know if it's the sister, right? I don't know, maybe she keeps that same energy, and if she heard a white person say that they side-eye black people, she wouldn't care, it wouldn't bother her, she wouldn't call it racist. Maybe she keeps it E for everyone. I don't know. Oftentimes what you'll find is that people that have views like this, they will also be up in arms when white people express the same sentiment. And that's the part that I think is hypocritical and toxic. If you genuinely feel some type of way about a behavior, then guess what you're not gonna do? Participate in that behavior. It's just like if I were to get on here and say that I was so anti-smoking. Smoking cigarettes is so bad and people who smoke cigarettes are stupid. If I were to get on here and do that and then next thing you know, I'm just chain smoking, I'm just puff, no pass, I'm just chain smoking by myself, then y'all would look at me like I'm crazy, and reasonably so. It's the same concept. If you're gonna get out here and complain about white people being racist towards you and then you engage in that very same behavior, then understand you have no moral high ground and you should stop complaining when other people do the very same thing that you are doing. I miss back in the day, right? I've said this before. I miss back in the day when we could all just like joke around, keep it a buck across the board. There was not as much of this virtue signaling nonsense back in the 2000s and the 90s. People told outrageous jokes about everyone and nobody gave a damn. We were able to laugh together, but we've gotten to a point where we can't laugh. Like, you know, it's almost like if I get on here and I watch somebody tell a joke about Asians, then it's like, oh my God, you're so insensitive. Oh my God. But back in the day, we used to laugh about everybody. White people used to make black jokes, black people used to make white jokes, and nobody gave a damn. We all sat there and laughed. Like, let's be so for real here. Look at the Chappelle show. Chappelle show had jokes about everybody, and everybody was tuning in to laugh and have a good old funky time. And I feel like we were much closer people back in that time. Yes, there's still some divisiveness. You're never going to have a 100% congruent society where everybody just is utopian and they all get along. Like, that's just unrealistic. We need to live in reality. People are going to have differences and there is going to be some divisiveness, but it's on steroids right now, right? It's on steroids where it's like both sides will engage in the very same behavior and then clutch their pearls at the opposing side engaging in the behavior. And I'm just like, do y'all not have mirrors? Like, do y'all not see yourselves? You're doing the same thing. You are two sides of the same damn coin. And then you got nerve to be mad at the other side of the coin. Get a grip. If you don't like white people saying, well, this is why I side-eye black people, if you do not like that, then maybe you shouldn't engage in that behavior damn selves. Like I said, I don't know if she's a hypocritical sister like that. Maybe she keeps it across the board. I don't know. I've seen enough of this hypocrisy that I know it exists.
As I was watching all of the videos, and I was like, why are they so mad? Like, number one, it was a little jokey joke halfway, but also, even if it wasn't a joke, do we not all side eye them at all times? Like, I'm because, like, as a Black person, and I should specify Black Americans, because I don't know how Black immigrant communities handle this, but as a Black American person, you are taught from a very young age, you cannot trust them people. You cannot trust them. Keep them at arm's length until they prove and they can be trusted, because ancestrally, we cannot trust them people.
I've seen the same very sentiment on Twitter, X Twitter, whatever the hell. I've seen this very same sentiment coming from a lot of white people, but directed at Black people, saying that they can't trust us, that there might be a few good ones, and all this other stuff. I've seen this very same sentiment. And like I said, your so-called pro-Blacks will be upset at them saying it, and then they'll engage in the very same behavior. I'm just like, don't trust anybody, okay? My whole thing is this: I don't give a good goddamn who you are. You don't get a blanket of trust just because of your skin tone. I'm side-eyeing everybody, okay? Because anybody could be trying to reach up in my pocket and steal something. I side-eye everybody, and if you're only side-eyeing one race, then I'm gonna tell you you're brainwashed, okay? Because there are people within every single race that are willing to rob you, harm you, all of that. So you should just be side-eyeing everybody, like, side-eyeing everybody. Now, I did hear about the story that she's talking about, and essentially it was like this Asian woman. Well, actually, I think she was Wasian. She wasn't even full Asian. And she was talking about how when she's in those Asian stores, she looks at the white people with a side eye because she's like, why are you here? And my whole thing is this: do you not want money to be spent at these stores? You know, it's illogical to be like, well, we have an integrated society, but I want the white people to stay out. Like, they're literally patronizing your business. It means something when people give you their money. They are literally giving you empowerment. Every single time someone spends $1 at your business, they are empowering you. That's why I said so many times before about the civil rights movement that it made no sense to me that you had actual racist people that did not want Black people in their businesses, and we literally fought to empower them. We fought to give them our money. Makes no damn sense to me. You not finna spit in my face and think that I'm doing all that so I can give you my money. Get the fuck out of here. Absolutely not. When you have these white people going into your business, they are empowering you by giving you access to resources, by giving you access to expand your business, by patronage. It's stupid and it's against good business to side eye the white people that are going in there, because guess what? They are giving you money. Okay, that's more money you can use to feed your family. That's more money you can use to expand your business. That's more money you can use to give to other Asian people. So the whole idea behind it was silly. If I open up a business, I want all kinds of people patronizing my business and empowering me to make more money moves, to expand, all of that. So it's like people will shoot themselves in the foot all for the sake of being racist. We saw it in the civil rights movement where, you know, if I want to look at it the opposite side, you had white folks saying that they didn't want the money from Black people, as if that money wasn't going to help their business grow. It's illogical. It's illogical if you look at it from either side of it. It's like you're fighting against people giving you money and empowering your business, and then also you're fighting to give money to people who hate you. Either side of the coin, it just looks silly and ridiculous to me. Here we have an integrated society, right? We are not living in the same society as during the civil rights movement, so we can just kind of dead that for this conversation. We live in an integrated society, so you have different people coming into your business to patronize you. You should be grateful for all of the business. You might wake up tomorrow and nobody's coming to your business. Maybe the people that were going to your business, because there's a lot of illegals here from all different countries, maybe a lot of them get deported. Next thing you know, your business is empty. Ain't nobody in there. You're gonna be praying for the white folks to come back in and patronize your business. From a business standpoint, you should want all kinds of people in your business at all times, because that means you are continuously being empowered. That means you're gonna be able to afford the rent or the mortgage on that property where you have your business. These folks don't think about what they're saying for longer than 2 seconds. They just lead with their first emotion. They don't even sit back and analyze the emotion. They don't try to see it from other people's perspectives. They just want to go head first. I side-eyed and white people too. Like, it's so silly. Side-eye everybody, because everybody could potentially reach in your pocket and steal your shit.
Ancestrally, we cannot trust them people. And in general, if I'm talking to a black person and I just say, and you know how white people be, they gonna be like, yeah, girl, and we gonna move on with the conversation. There's no explanation needed. We don't gotta break down. We just inherently know how white folks be. So when I heard the girl say, yeah, I'm side-eyeing white folks in H-Mart, I was like, okay, girl, yeah, like I understand. Because as a black person, I understand side-eyeing white people when they come into black spaces. So I understand why you feel a way when you see white people coming into Asian spaces. I get it. I understood off the rip. And it was a little funny the way she said it. Imagine my shock when I'm seeing people with millions and millions of followers dragging Shorty talking about some food is the great equalizer and how dare you judge white people. Like, girl, huh? I genuinely cannot imagine a scenario in which a black person makes a video talking about how they were side-eyeing a white person coming in a black space and black people drag them. Like, I cannot see that scenario happening.
There is a huge difference between you having a club or a friend group versus a business. When you're dealing with business, it's about the business. See, this is why black folks don't have, this is why we don't have a damn thing, because y'all care so much about emotion and not about getting to the bag. This is emotional. We're talking about a literal business, okay? A business that operates off of money. That would be so stupid to sit over here and side-eye your customers, the people that are patronizing your business just because of their race. It's stupid. This is a perfect example as to why black people don't have and then they get on here and they complain about not having but then they have a mentality that keeps them from having I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it. I could literally take her words and flip it. And a lot of you pro-blacks will have so much to say about it. Let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that.
I'm side-eyeing white folks in H-Mart. I was like, okay, girl. Yeah, like I understand. Because as a black person, I understand side-eyeing white people when they come into black spaces. So I understand why you feel a way when you see white people coming into Asian spaces.
Well, when I see a black person at the country club, you know, I'm just kind of side-eyeing because it's like, how did you get in here? Why are you here? I'm at the opera. I see the black person next to me. I'm kind of side-eyeing them because what black person likes opera? Anytime you flip it and reverse it, it will literally sound like white supremacist talking points. Y'all really not beating them black supremacist charges because y'all parrot the same talking points just towards white people. And that's the part. That's why I say a lot of these problems, it's going to be very hard to fix it because you got idiots like this running around saying the dumbest things literally possible. You sound like a white supremacist just gearing it towards white people. You're parroting the same exact talking points. So then you can no longer be mad when they say those very same things about you. When these white folks like the Nick Fuenteses get on here and they say that they side-eye black people and they cross the street and all this other stuff, you can't be mad at it because guess what? You're doing the very same thing. You're engaging in the same behavior. And so when you do criticize it, you're now a hypocrite. Because guess what they can do? They can just pull up videos like this and be like, well, when you said it, it was fine. Oh, well, we're the marginalized group. Stop using that as a crutch and a defense mechanism for being abhorrent. You know, I really hate that victimization crutch. A lot of people, they will behave just as badly, just as poorly as the so-called white supremacists. Then they'll try to be like, well, I'm the marginalized group, as if it makes their behavior any better. If that behavior in and of itself is intrinsically bad, then it doesn't matter who you do it to or who's doing it. It's still going to be bad. I really need my pro-blacks to get a grip because y'all really do give them ammunition to use against us. And that's the part y'all don't even want to recognize. You guys validate every single thing that they say about us. In my opinion, that's some of the most anti-black you could possibly do. But I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. How do you feel about this whole situation? Do you agree with her where it's like I'm side-eyeing only the white people? Side-eye the white people. Or do you agree with me where it's like, bitch, I'm side-eyeing everybody because all of y'all could be the ops. I am curious to hear you guys' thoughts down below. If you like the content, like the content. The more you interact with it, the more it gets pushed down to the algorithm. Also, hype the video. I may or may not have that function. If you're feeling a little extra generous, the link is in the description to buy your girl a coffee. Thank y'all so much, and I will see y'all with the next one. Deuces.